Good morning, students. Let's start with the next chapter in history. The name of the chapter is India during the Maurya period. In this chapter, we will learn about the foreign invasions on the western and the northwestern frontier during the rise of the Mauryan Empire. So the first point we will learn is about the Greek Emperor Alexander's invasion. So Alexander was the Greek emperor who had invaded India, means who had come in India's northwestern frontier in 326 BCE, crossing the Indus, that is the Sindhu river. He reached Takshashila. On the way, he met with forceful oppositions from the local kings. He defeated them all and successfully reached the Punjab. So he had come to India and he had successfully reached and defeated the people and reached to Punjab. However, in the invasion, his army had to suffer severe hardships. That means difficulties. They had to face difficulties. The soldiers were eager to go back home. They wanted to go back home. They rebelled against Alexander and he was forced to turn back. He therefore appointed Greek officers to administer the conquered territories. He started his return journey. So he started going back, but died on the way back in 323 BCE at Babylon. Today, Babylon is in Iraq. Then, Alexander's campaign led to an increase in the trade between India and the Western world. The historians who accompanied Alexander introduced India to the Western world through their writings, that means through their scripts. Greek sculpture influenced Indian art, giving rise to the Gandhara school of art. So there was the Indian art which was taught in the school called the Gandhara school of art. The Greek kings minted characteristic coins, that means they made special coins. Now on the special coins, on one side the coin had a picture of the king who had minted the coin, that means who had made the coin, and on the other side of the coin was the picture of a Greek god, because Alexander was from Greece. So the Greek god picture was minted on the other side. The name of the king was also written on the coin, that is Alexander. Alexander's coins were of the same type. Later, Indian kings also started minting similar coins. How Alexander was making coins, later the Indian kings also started making similar coins. Next is the Maurya Empire. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Maurya Empire. So it was he who started the Maurya Empire, that was Chandragupta Maurya. People were tired of the tyrannical rule of the Nanda king of Magadha. That means he was very cruel, Dhanananda. So Chandragupta brought it to an end. There was a king who was very cruel called Dhananand. So Chandragupta Maurya decided to bring it to an end and established his own rule in Magadha around 325 BC. He won Avanti and Saurashtra and began to extend the boundaries of his empire. So who had won? Chandragupta Maurya. After Alexander's death, a struggle for power began among the satraps he had appointed. Satraps are the governors. Seleucus Nicator was Alexander's general. He became the king of Babylon after Alexander's death. He invaded the northwest frontier region of India and the Punjab. Chandragupta Maurya successfully resisted his aggression. The defeat of the Seleucus Nicator led to the incursion of the northwestern region of Kabul, Kandahar and Herat in the Maurya Empire. Megasthenes, Seleucus Nicator's ambassador, stated back at Chandragupta Maurya's court. His book Indica is an important source for the study of India during the Maurya period. So there was a book that was called as Indica. It was an important source of study for the Indians during that period. So we get to know more about the Maurya book from this. During the Maurya period, in this book you get to know about it. There is an inscription stating that Emperor Chandragupta Maurya had built a dam called Sudarshan near Junagadh in Gujarat state. Next we'll go to Emperor Ashoka. So after Chandragupta Maurya renounced the throne, he was succeeded by his son Bindusara. After Bindusara's death, his son Ashoka succeeded to the throne. So first, after Chandragupta gave on to his throne, he was succeeded by his son Bindusara. Then after Bindusara's death, his son Ashoka took over the throne. Okay, in 273 BC. Ashoka had been appointed the governor of Takshashila and Ujjain before he came to the throne. So Ashoka had done some work before also. As the governor, he had successfully crushed the revolt at Takshashila. So he had successfully ruled even before. After becoming the emperor of Magadha, he launched a campaign against the state of Kalinga. Kalinga is occupied in the region of today's Odisha. So, Odisha state. So, as I told you before also, previously in the olden times, the states were called with different names. Emperor Ashoka conquered Kalinga. Ashoka's empire extended from Afghanistan in the northwest and Nepal in the north to Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh in the south, and from Bengal in the east to Saurashtra in the west. So this is the way Ashoka went on extending his empire and his rule in different places. Now we'll see the next point, that is the Kalinga War. Ashoka was deeply moved by the bloodshed of the Kalinga War. So in this war, many people lost their life. He decided never to wage a war again because he seen that many people had lost their lives. So Ashoka decided never to fight a war again. He came to believe that truth, non-violence, compassion and forgiveness were the important values. Ashoka wanted to spread these teachings among the common people, and therefore he had pillar edicts and stone inscription engraved throughout his kingdom. So he did not, he wanted to teach the people also about things, about non-violence, that there should not be violence, you should speak the truth. As he believed, he made the people also believe in it. These writings are written in the Brahmi script. In these inscription, he is referred to as Devnama Piyo Piyadasi. That means, the meaning means belonged of the gods and he who looks on with affection. So, because Emperor Ashoka changed his life, people began to like him. Another inscription states that 8 years after he ascended the throne, he made the conquest of Kalinga and had change of heart and seeing devastation it caused. An inscription of Emperor Ashoka at Delhi Topra shows that he had put strict restrictions on the hunting of bats, monkeys, rhinoceros, and on setting fires to forest. Means King Ashoka did not like that anyone killing animals or burning down trees. Okay. Next, Sri Lanka for the spread of Buddhism. He also sent Bodha bhikkhus to West Asia and Central Asia for spreading Buddhism. So Emperor Ashoka was also a follower of Buddhism, and he also sent Bodha bhikkhus, that means his followers, to different places to spread Buddhism. He also built many stupas and viharas. That means he also built certain monuments. The next point is public welfare activities. Emperor Ashoka laid stress on the creation of facilities for the welfare of people. For example, he made provisions for free medicines and medical treatment for people as well as for animals. He built many roads and planted trees for shade on both the sides of the roads. He dug wells and built dharmashalas. So he also built schools. So what all thing he did for the people, that is called public welfare activities. That means he also used to take care of the people. He had made many provisions for people, like the medicines, the medical treatment for people as well as for animals. Then he also built roads and planted trees on both the sides of the road. So that is how he took care of the people. Next point, administration during the Maurya period. Pataliputra was the capital of the Maurya Empire. For the sake of administrative convenience, the empire was divided into 4 regions, each with his own capital. As you can see, it was divided into 4 regions with the name of their capitals. So the first eastern region was Toshali, called Odisha. In today's, it is called Odisha. Second, western region, Ujjaini, Madhya Pradesh. Today it is called Madhya Pradesh. Southern region, Suvarnagiri, Kanagiri in Karnataka. Fourth, north region, Takshashila, Pakistan. So there was a council of ministers which advised the king in matters of administration. There were many officers working at different levels. There was an efficient intelligence service which kept an eye on the administration and on the movement of enemies. So They had even kept people to look after it. So overall, you can say that the administration system, how to administration was very effective. Next, we'll move to the life of the people during the Maurya period. So during the Maurya period, agricultural production had great importance. Trade and other occupations also prospered well. Okay, so during that time, agriculture had importance and trading also had importance. There were many occupations. Now, besides these, there were other occupations also, like carving and engraving on ivory. Ivory is a creamy white substance like a stone. Okay, they used to do engraving on it, writing on it. Then weaving and dyeing cloth, putting color for the cloth, dyeing cloth, and metal work. So besides agriculture, there were other occupations also. Black glazed pottery was also produced. Shipbuilding was carried out on a large scale. In metalwork, the technology of making articles of other metals as well as those of iron had developed. So they had different occupation. People were engaged in different occupation like shipbuilding. Then there were also metalwork where different articles of other metals were of iron had also been developed. Now the people of the Maurya period they used to also celebrate different festivals and functions were celebrated in villages and towns. Dance and music concerts were a part of entertainment. Wrestling bouts and chariot races were popular, and so were the board games also. And chess is a board game. So chess was called as Ashtapad during that period. So they were not only engaged in work, in occupation, but they also had different functions, festivals. Then they were also engaged in entertainment, in sports. Okay. Now the next point is art and literature. During the period of Emperor Ashoka, the art of rock cut sculpture was promoted. You can see in the picture, rock cut sculptures were made. The pillars erected by Ashoka are excellent specimens of Indian sculpture. There are excellent carvings of animals like the lion, elephant, bulls on these pillars. The chakra or wheel on the Ashoka pillar at Sarnath has a place of honor on the national flag, Indian national flag. We have that chakra. The pillar has lions on all four sides. As you can see in the slide, the pillar has lions on all four sides, but only three are visible. Only you can see three from front. This is the official seal of the government of India. The cave sculptures at Barabar Hills carved during the period of Ashoka are well known. These caves are in Bihar. They are the oldest sculptures in India. Now, after the death of Emperor Ashoka, the Maurya Empire began to decline. Means it slowly started coming down. It slowly started becoming low. It could not stay strong after his death. After the Mauryas, many new states and some empires also emerged in India. The Maurya Empire was the largest empire in ancient India. Okay, so you have to remember that the Mauryan Empire was the largest emperor in the ancient India. In the next chapter, we shall discuss the political and cultural happenings in the post-Maurya period. Now let's see your homework. The first question is, Alexander died on his way back in Greece in 323 BCE at dash. Second, chess was called dash. And the third, which was the largest empire in ancient India? So here we complete with this chapter. We will start the next chapter in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.